Hey guys, Matt LaRosiere here with Firearms Policy Coalition, bringing you another weekly update, just to make sure you have all of the latest information on everything affecting your right to keep and bear arms. So let's get straight into it. Something aside from the virus must be in the air, because tyrants have been pushing hard to ban things that they're afraid of, things like ghosts. A CBS report this week spoke of custom firearms made for vile criminals, right? Some of the sources for the report, Sheriff Villanueva and former ATF Goon David Chipman, gave some pretty manifestly biased opinions, complete with inaccuracies. Hot on the heels of this, we saw an announcement from Blumenthal that he was gearing up with his crew to ban all ghost guns. I mean, surely this timing was a, complete coincidence. You guys know we aren't going to take this laying down. That's why we've set up ghostgunban.com. You can check out that site to take action against the silly push and show your support for home gun building, an American tradition that predates the United States. Just days before a hearing on a motion for preliminary injunction against orders banning gun stores from operating, lawyers for Ventura County, California filed documents in federal court. These documents said that the defendants have issued a new order to reopen firearm and ammunition dealers throughout the county. Key filings in McDougall v. the County of Ventura, including the county's latest order, can be viewed on fpclegal.org. This is just another example of something I'll say till I'm blue in the face, but there's no mainstream party that'll stand up for all your rights. The Senate renewed the Patriot Act this week, and Senate Republicans modified the act to let the government monitor your browser history without a warrant, taking another bite from our ever-dwindling Fourth Amendment apple. I mean, because that's what we needed, right? A stronger Patriot Act? Come on. Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon did introduce a hostile amendment in an attempt to remove this provision, but it failed to pass by one vote. Interestingly, there was one senator who didn't bother to show up and vote on this. Can you guess who that is? Bernie Sanders. Yep. Look, internet privacy matters, especially for us gun owners. It protects our ability to express ourselves and exchange information. I don't think I have to tell you how important this is in areas like gun design and 3D printing. This is bad news. Not only for your right to privacy, but your right to speech and association. Do you remember back in April when a federal judge issued an injunction preventing California from enforcing its stifling background check policy on ammunition purchases? Well, Californians were only able to celebrate for about a day before the defendants got an emergency stay. On May 14th, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in favor of AG Becerra in a 2-1 decision to overturn the preliminary injunction, allowing them to resume enforcement of the stupid ammo background check law. Of course, this isn't the end of the case. This is all related to a preliminary injunction. There remains a long road ahead for both parties. This week saw a pretty active state of Michigan. As you may well know, protesters have been pretty active at the state capitol. Plenty of protesters would converge in Lansing to protest the governor's lockdown orders, many of them carrying arms. That some protesters were armed spurred this bipartisan push to ban arms at the state capitol. A meeting was planned this week to discuss whether to go forward with the ban, but it was delayed. Thursday saw another protest at the capitol, despite robust threats from area law enforcement and politicians and heavy rain. Even with all those threats and the legislature shutting down for fear of whatever, it seems the most questionable thing that happened was a small scuffle between protesters over some noose imagery. And I think I heard something about Pikachu showing up with an AR pistol. Not sure. This whole Michigan kerfuffle has been pretty aggressively spun by the anti-gun side. They've been referring to the protesters invariably as violent, armed right-wing militias. The shutdown, they're saying, was for fear of these individuals. This is totally contrived. It seems to me more like politicians taking an excuse to shift the blame away from the issue people are complaining about and towards a scapegoat, that being guns. If you want to know more about this, you can go to protectmicarry.com, where we've got a lot of information on there where you guys can get involved. Well, that's all I've got for this week. If you'd like to see the weekly in its full glory, you can check it out on fpcnews.org, where we've got a write-up on all these stories with links. We've also got much more than we were able to cover in this episode, so be sure to check it out. If you want to join the fight with us, go to fpcaction.org and take action. And if you think this work is important, you can support us there too. Every little bit makes a huge difference in the long and animated contest for liberty. As always, keep your eyes on Firearms Policy Coalition, where we're keeping up the fight for all of your rights all the time. I've been Matt LaRosiere, and I'll see you real soon.